You said, "Nah, I'm gonna bleach your ear out."
That's perfect. There we go. We rolling? All right. Microphone check. Therapy without a degree. Chapter, I believe this is chapter 160.
Thank God.
Hey, you can't be. Chapter 160 in the building. What up? We got Zane in the building.
What's up, man?
What's up? We got Princess. Princess is over here. What's up, Princess? And then we got Paloma in the building. Yeah. What up?
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, people. Oh, hold on. There we go. Good fucking timing, bro.
Yo, what's going on?
I saw 3 letters on the phone, so I was like, "Oh, it's Tay."
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, bro.
I can hear you a little.
Keep talking.
Mic check.
Yeah, you
Mic
solid.
Oh, you sound good.
Oh shit, now.
What's up, man? What you doing?
Nothing much, man. Here in the usual South Carolina, and I'm at some hotel, and it reminds me of like in 1952. Yeah, it's kind of weird in here.
It's old. What is it? Is it a regular hotel or is it Airbnb?
No, it's a hotel, but it's called Hotel Florence, and it's like downtown Florence.
You said downtown where?
Florence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like when you come to the rooms, it's like it seems like these like a 1952 fucking mental institution hospital.
Oh,
vibe.
You're at The Shining. Why did you say that? I was like, wait a minute. I just like don't go into the elevator. Don't go in the room. What's that room to not go in? It was a particular room.
I walked in, checked in, and when I checked in, I was like, "Oh, it's nice down here. You know, it's nice." I started coming upstairs. I get upstairs. I'm like, "Okay, this is weird." My girl was like, I'm getting a weird vibe from this hotel. I was like, "You too?"
Abort.
I think that was the abort. Listen, I think that was the abort. I don't even know if you're in a hotel because that just sounds like one of those things that magically appear every 10 years and shit. And it just happens to be 2020.
Are you trying to tell us something, Tay? Do we need to go down there and save you?
You just might. Look, I Googled the history. Of this hotel. It was built in fucking 1819.
The fact that you had to search up the history of the hotel was a red flag already. Like at that very moment you searching, you should have been walking to your car and driving off.
Yeah, I've never had to search my hotel, ever.
The history of the hotel.
Never.
It was too late. I had already checked in.
Oh my
and
God.
Came to the room. I came and sat in the room and we was chilling. I was like, let me Google the history of this hotel, while I'm sitting here. And I saw 1819 built for something with the railroad, and I thought, oh yeah, this shit it's probably like those walking around this hotel for.
Yeah, make sure you get some salt and get some iron, just in case. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit, that's not gonna save me.
Oh, we got Nat.
This is my special day. They'll hear me.
Okay. Alrighty, so we are good now. We are back, people. We're just perfecting. But yeah, man, Zane, what'd you do all day? You were in the hole. You were in Micro Center.
I was in the.
Oh God,
I
you
was
mean
Tech
the
Heaven?
Place
I was
Patterson?
in the I was in the sunken place in Patterson. I mean, if you want to talk about it, I've probably been in Patterson more times than I've ever thought I would be because of Micro Center. Just Micro Center alone, I've been in Patterson for quite some time. Like the edge of the hood.
Oh my God.
Nah, yeah, we have to get him out. I'm gonna put a sign there that says he's not allowed in there.
It's like Zane won't be allowed in Micro Center. He has to be there every 14 days he can visit. Oh yeah, just my chest open. That's the shirt that the picture they have me with the red jacket.
Well, hold on. Since we have everyone here, yo, I don't know if y'all voted, but like,
listen.
Yo, wasn't his worse?
listen.
Wasn't his worse? Because
it was straight bias. Hold on. Straight bias.
No.
It was all your fans.
Nah, my
That's
poll
what it was.
beat you by a mile.
I didn't even put up my poll. I should put up my poll.
You should put up your poll. My poll beat you by a mile.
Are we talking about robes anymore?
Yes. Yo. No, yours wasn't a robe. Yours is a fucking jacket.
It wasn't even my jacket.
That's more of even the point. It's a female's jacket. That makes it.
And I still rocked it. I'm androgynous, right? Except with the beard. The beard part. That was probably the only thing that's different.
Okay. So before we get into that, Nat and Tay, in between, like when y'all not saying something, just mute your phone. So try to, like, when you're saying something, you unmute it, whatever, blah blah. Just because everything is really sensitive. But all right, so I don't know if y'all saw. I posted up a little, because I was feeling the vibes in Miami.
Had
I was
the baby
relaxing.
oil, the robe.
Yeah, I was just chilling, whatever. Someone was like, yo, let me take a photo. So I said, all right, I'm going to take a little photo, whatever. So I put it up. And then Zane was like, oh, but you be talking about me.
Now his chest was all out. The picture cut off to the point I was like, the eyes were leading. I was like, he cut the picture off.
You guys right now are competing against like who has more chest in a photo, but also doesn't have their shirt completely open. It only has to be like halfway open in the middle.
That's a look.
I noticed.
No, well, I mean, yeah. What now, Tay? You're next.
No, Tay's next. Now Tay got to do it.
Now you could be out of this one.
I was about to say, don't fucking point the finger at me. Please go first.
Nah, because we would lose. That's not fair.
Yeah, nah, you can sit this one out.
Nah, can sit this.
Paloma, I don't know about you. No.
It's like, there's gonna be nothing there. Just no cleavage, no nothing. Just fucking space.
Nah, you'll do the switch up
Just
vibes.
straight hazard suit.
Yeah, definitely. But Tay, man, all right, no, but what do y'all think? Like, honestly, no bias. Like, his was dope. Well, whose photo was better?
Wait, you're talking about photos, or are we talking about the content within the photos?
I don't say the photo because you're a photographer.
There's two different things.
All right, the content in the photo, because obviously you sauced me. All right, your fucking face was perfect, no homo. Like, he colored the red.
So that's when I do my self portraits, and that's when I gotta put the sauce. I gotta give it the sauce.
I ain't seen no one else like that. I am saying studios is slipping. But I'll just say, just a photo in general, like the outfit, like. This dude looked like he was going to a fashion show.
I was ready.
And he was in my living room. I was just chilling. I was just in a robe. So, I don't know.
You had the whole scene with you. You set a scene. You know what I'm saying? I had like a sexy like LinkedIn headshot going on there. I was so tempted to put that on my LinkedIn. I was like,
your LinkedIn or your LinkedIn?
My LinkedIn. I don't know. I don't even use it anyway.
whatever one is your business one.
Whatever one is business. I mean,
LinkedIn. I don't know which one that is.
LinkedIn. That might be it. That's
They're like the Tinder of jobs.
Hey, for sex workers. Shout out to the sex workers.
Oh, we gotta stop giving our ideas.
Oh shit, that's right. God damn.
We've been giving too many
with
of
the
our
X,
ideas.
you gotta have that list with it, the links. And could you imagine a commercial for that?
Yes.
Just walk into the room, it's just Joe in a robe with the couch.
OnlyFans who?
Oh my god!
Getting them the fuck out of here.
Oh my god!
But y'all didn't answer. Tell you, Nat, what's up?
I didn't know what it is. They
I won't be
okay.
there.
I'll put it like this. So Zane had the whole professional setup. Like he was doing a headshot for a casting for a role. Joe had for a role in a movie. They had the whole headshot.
Look like Safari.
Oh yeah, right.
Joe had the whole Miami thing working. So it was like the fact that he was in Miami and took that shot. It kind of put Joe over the top.
But Joe had to go extra. He had to go to Miami to beat me. I didn't have to go to Miami. I was in Jersey.
He was on a freshly made bed. He was.
That shit wasn't freshly made. Trust me.
Oh, he had to ruffle it up for the photo. Aesthetics.
Nah, I could have did that in my bedroom, Zane.
Oh yeah, you have a nice little wide window, about like 20 stories.
That's the only thing. You just gotta Photoshop it in the bathroom.
Actually, you just green screened the window. Let me stop. I'm gonna give you ideas. Make me seem like I'm in Florida all the time.
He's gonna try to beat me. Yo, Zane would too.
I be in IKEA. I think the last time I posted something, I think I was with you. I said I'm in Japan, and people like, yo, I was in IKEA. People are blowing me up like, yo, you in Japan?
Yo, you could do that shit too. Because they be giving you the vibes. And it looks so fucking real.
I just want to pick up IKEA and take it home. Like the whole IKEA. Not even just the room.
The whole thing. I told him, I was like, yo, we could film so many movies in here. Like, I wonder how long we can get in each section until they kick us out.
Yeah, you just have to mic each person, and then you just whip out your phone.
Just be like.
And just record it. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's see how far we can go with that.
Yeah,
just film a scene of a therapy out of agree as a blooper scene. If it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't,
yo, I wonder how long we can get away with it.
I don't think they'll be. How
long you think?
I mean, just say we're taking pictures.
Yeah,
everybody takes pictures.
They ain't gonna know.
Yeah, and they're mic'd up, so they don't know.
I don't know. We might have to try this, and then we could send it to them.
And say, yo,
after we did a couple months,
give us the bag.
And be like, look, we used your whole entire thing without you knowing and made a whole show. What's up?
There was these two girls that freaking hid in the closet in IKEA overnight. You might be able to get away with that shit for a while.
Yeah, if they could get away with it, I think we...
Yeah, if they can get away with hiding it in there overnight, we could definitely get away with just shooting while they're open.
They're not that serious. They're barely out here to help you, let alone... Like, maybe that's the trick. That's the trick. Let me pretend I'm recording IKEA, to get some help.
Yo, listen, IKEA is just a high-end Home Depot, okay? Nobody fucking is ever there to help you. Like, they're like, get your own pencil, get your own thing, write down the SKU number, and good luck when you meet me on the floor. Like,
that is it's literally the Wild West. Like, what number is this? Like, what? I'm just looking at, like, SKU number. It's on the SKU, sir. It's on the SKU.
I think those girls, you said it was two girls, right, Nat?
What happened?
You said it was two girls, right?
Yeah, I think it was, like, two girls or, like, two friends or sisters, and they hid inside IKEA like overnight. They hid in a fucking closet. And
no, I think that's what IKEA probably wants. They probably want you to get lost in there. Nah, IKEA probably wants that.
I'm raiding that kitchen
so
ASAP.
Fucking confusing. That shit is confusing as fuck. Like, there's all secret passageways and all that shit. Right? They probably just want you to kick it and stay for the night, but they just can't say it.
I was dead ass thinking about like sleeping in the chair, like, and then just kind of just going under the seat and just like popping out.
Yo, I was chilling. Me and Zane met up at IKEA like 2 months ago, or no, maybe right before Corona. Right before Corona, we met over there, and I was waiting for this guy for like a good hour, and I was just straight chilling.
What was I doing?
You were on your way, but I think you didn't know. Like, we didn't plan it. I was just like, yo, I'm at IKEA.
Oh, that was when...
Come through.
See, listen, when IKEA opened up again, what happened, Joe?
I was telling about the line we were on.
Oh, yeah, we were in a line that was equivalent to Six Flags. And it was in Elizabeth, New Jersey. It was a line equivalent to Six Flags. Like, you're going on Nitro. That's how long this line was. Like
we did that Sunday.
We did that on Sunday because we're like, yeah, we're going to go to IKEA. I think we got the pegboard, right?
Yeah, this guy got me addicted to fucking pegboards.
Yeah, now he's like, I got to get more of them. Everybody in the team got to get a pegboard. Nat, we're gonna send you a pegboard. Yes. Tay, what's your email? What's your address?
I currently do not have a headboard.
No,
so that's accurate.
No, not a headboard.
No, the pegboard.
A pegboard.
Peg.
Oh,
a pegboard. Now the joke's even funnier. Everybody's getting a headboard.
No. You don't need a headboard. Headboards are trash.
I'm like, what? That's a shame.
Especially if you have landlords and they're fucking.
He's like, send me the headboard anyway.
She's like,
and I was like, yeah, just send it anyway. It was, oh my God. That's hilarious. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute.
Where'd my water go?
Change the story.
There we go.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how we got here. This is chapter 150.
No, 160. Yeah, see, you're in the sunken place. We gotta level up.
Yeah, we gotta level up. This is what happens when we get all four of us on the pod.
Oh, yeah. Wait till we get on that topic, because I got sauce for y'all. I was talking to a lot of people about it. Oh my God.
What's your topic? We'll preview it. Do some light ones real quick, and then we'll get into the big one. So what is the topic?
The topic is I don't know if y'all know, but I'm not gonna even get into that one yet. But essentially, if you're married and you and your spouse allows you to sleep with another person, would that be considered an affair or not?
This is like extensions off of the last couple episodes we've been having. Oh, in the Bible.
Even in the Bible it says you could, play around. Oh,
so we'll see. Let's get into that. Oh. Let me just check the Book of Faces.
The Book of Faces.
Let me see what people wrote real quick. Let me see. There was a top. I don't know. I guess he deleted his comment.
Oh, it's gonna be the topic we're talking about.
I'm still gonna do it because I screenshotted it. I don't give a fuck.
God damn it! He's like, you could delete it, but I'm gonna.
I got you, bitch.
Joke's on you.
Joke's on you. I'm good at this shit.
Oh shit.
Nah, because I don't even know why he wouldn't.
How dare you try me?
It wasn't like I cheated on my girl.
What you said.
Yeah, just some basic shit. All right. So, what positive activity have you added to your life during quarantine? Example, new hobby, new income, or anything that improved? So there was that. So
I took care of Princess. Does that count?
He took care of Princess. That was positive, right?
That was positive.
All right.
I'll take that.
Nat, what about you?
I don't know. Now I got to think about it. Now you guys got me thinking about this. Because I've always read. I've been reading. I don't know. I feel like maybe getting better with creating systems that are more efficient for like taking appointments and things like that. I don't know. It sounds silly, but it was like, okay,
I like that.
Now I have like 100 emails that I have to send out. How the hell am I going to do this? And I had to like figure out a way that was going to be efficient really quick. And thankful for YouTube and Excel because I figured it out.
Did you ever check out MailChimp?
What is it?
MailChimp?
MailChimp?
Like mail, as in you mailing something, and then chimp, as in like monkey.
Oh, MailChimp. Yeah, no, I mean like, I got a prompt, right, to make appointments. And that was like the easiest way to do it. And then I could just, send out appointment emails directly through my email. So it's been efficient, but I had to make a system of accounting for everybody that left the deposit because people are bananas and they want you to respond to emails like the moment they send, or then they send multiple emails.
All right, Nat. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulties. But we're good. But yeah, he was telling you about MailChimp.
Yeah, I did get MailChimp. I should have just got the full subscription, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I use. I might do that for the year and check it out and just hit up like more than 2,000 people.
That's mad. That's mad people. So Tay, what about you, man? What about any positive activities that you've been doing, man, since quarantine?
Well,
besides tracking down besides tracking down Bonchon.
That's a hobby. That's a good hobby.
But I've been traveling a lot more during quarantine, honestly, because the rates, like hotel rates, are a lot cheaper. So as soon as I get a chance, but my girl living 5 hours away, so I'm like, look, let's just meet somewhere. So every time we meet up, we meet in a different part of South Carolina. We don't go to the same spot. We just meet in different parts. And one thing we've been doing is like saving the hotel keys, and we'll write the date on it. Like, we stay there this date, we stay there that date. And while we in the city, we go to like the mom and pop shops and eat. So I've been eating a lot of food, getting chubby.
That's good. That sounds so good. And that sounds like such a great way to like commemorate spending time with somebody. I love that.
Yeah, and so I mean, that's my positive thing. being that I'm in the fitness world, other than we're doing like virtual workout.
Mhm.
I'm like, I need to change. I need to do something while I have this like quote unquote free time.
Yeah.
And I just said I'm gonna travel. Just get on the highway and just go.
That's a really really dope idea that you guys are going to different areas. Yeah. Like that's really really. Who thought of that?
Well, it started out normally we would meet in one spot, and we kept meeting there. And I was like, shit, why don't we just find a different area every time? And she was like, yeah, that'll be cool. Then she was like, well, we should save the hotel keys from whatever hotel we go in and just write the date on it so we can know, like, hey, this date we stay here. And I was like, shit, let's just do it. And when we came down to Florence this time, they actually had a carnival. And I'm not going to no fucking carnival. It's too many people. Carnival, so we really just chill in the hotel, order food, come back, and just chill, man. And like I told you, I'm in a weird ass hotel this time. So we'll see how that goes.
Shutter Island.
For real. I'm gonna be committed to this hotel and won't even know it.
Word up, yo.
That's what's up, man. Nah, you'll be all right, man. Fingers crossed. I think what positive activity I've done. What positive activity have I done? Shit, I traveled too, man. I got away for a little bit. That was dope. And also, I think interior designing. That's all I've been doing with this interior. All I've been doing with this quarantine is just fixing up this damn place. Little by little by little.
I've seen a lot of diners been doing that too. They taking this time to actually renovate their restaurants and whatnot because it's kind of hard to do it when everybody's there. So I'm pretty sure when it's like fully opening inside, we're gonna see some like new things featured. Maybe it's gonna be giant bubbles inside,
some nice
individual bubbles.
Nat motivated me to get a plant, so I got a plant.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope in the house.
But Nat's doing the work though. She making her own plant. Yo, Nat, tell us a little bit about that.
I'm trying. I promise. Next time I see you, I'm gonna bring you a garlic plant because, like, you can grow 6 of them, and out of those 6, maybe 2 will survive, and then maybe those 2 will start fruiting flowers or something. But I got lucky, so I got you next time.
Yo, it is so funny that you bring that up because I'm not even lying. Because Zane, look at me. Look at this topic right here, and read the answer. I mean, read what it is.
What is that? How much garlic is too much garlic?
Someone asked. I put up for the topic. Write a question or whatever. Oh, damn, we had the perfect spot.
Something with this cable.
We had the perfect spot. Alrighty, there we go. But all right, so yeah, someone asked how much garlic is too much garlic. The most randomest question. That's what they asked. I put submit your topic or your question, and they wrote how much garlic is too much garlic.
I think it depends.
I guess it depends on your taste buds.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Not beat me to my words. Oh, unless you're a vampire, so.
Unless you're a vampire.
So that that plays a major factor on how much.
Wait a minute, maybe that's why they wrote. That might make sense.
What, did they only come out at night or something? Is that what you're telling me, Joe? Because I know vampires are real.
I'll tell you after the pod.
Oh, God.
Yo, Tay, what about you? How much garlic is too much garlic?
I mean, you can never have too much garlic.
Word.
Really.
Yo,
you can really never have too much garlic because you can use it for so many things, remedies, food. So I don't think there's too much garlic.
Yo, for real.
You can use it for everything. Literally. That's why I was like, let me just grow this shit, and I haven't had to buy garlic in like a month.
There you go.
That's a lot of garlic.
Yeah, I don't think you could ever go wrong, especially even in food. Like you add garlic. Your garlic powder is fucking amazing. Like garlic to sauce. Garlic is awesome. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I mean, maybe. Next time I'm cooking, I'll try to see. I'll put mad garlic. I'll see if it fucks it up. But all right. So what was your topic? Zane? Get into this. Break this down. What you've been dying to.
Now the topic was if your spouse allows you to be with another person and have sex with them, right? Is that considered cheating? And then the add on to that was, where do you sign off on this, that whole situation will never come up again? Because I feel like that's a damn lie. If your significant other lets you do it, and then you think you're fucking clean slate with your hall pass, and then you like you can't bring it up again. Like, but that conversation's never had. So then, like, where do you sign off physically?
What are y'all thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like Phil's had a long time to ponder on this.
Yeah,
I had a very long time to ponder
so
on this.
dig in. Let it out.
No, I was
I'm
just
like dying to hear this because I'm like texting you and I'm like, bro, just tell me. Like, and in two words, you know, respect and honesty, or, you know, like trust and honesty. I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, I agree.
That's
but I need to hear this.
Yeah, but because I was just thinking about it because of the Will and Jada situation, because that's where it really spawned from. And I saw that whole situation where I guess Will had known about him in what was it, Augustina, right? Right. August? I thought it was Augustina. Yeah, August.
Yo.
Who the fuck names there?
Right? So his name is August, and
I'm joking.
So he's a music artist, and he had a relationship with Jada. Now, to my knowledge, Will is like 150% in love with Jada, and you allowed another man to have a relationship with your wife. How much do you love someone to allow someone else to love them too? Like, that's a whole other topic. But
say that one more time.
How much do you love someone to allow someone else to love your significant other too? Now, that's a whole other topic, but what I'm saying is you allowed another person in the relationship. Now, she accepted and you allowed it. So that means you're gravy. But I'm saying to myself, like, I think she might have things for him too. Like, what if a whole relationship has started and you're married? Like, so when you talk about marriage, where's the love in that? Like, is marriage just y'all together and y'all gotta be together? Because I never heard anything about like love in there.
Let me get in on this.
Right? Yeah, get a mic. Get a mic.
Your mic. So pretty much, if my back is to the camera, you're looking at my ass. Sorry. But basically, how Jada and Will describe their marriage, they say it's not a marriage, it's a life partnership. So basically, somewhere along the lines, they must have had a falling out and stuff. Maybe Will went off onto the side, because I have heard rumors and read in comments that Will has his own side piece that he takes traveling, some white woman or something like that. He takes her traveling and everything like
That's
that.
your man's.
So probably it's an open marriage where they agree to this. So it's like, you know.
Wasn't she with Mark Anthony?
I think she was. I'm not too sure.
I can't make this shit up.
But this is the thing. They probably have an open marriage. And I do know someone else where him and his wife have an open marriage as well. And they're both swingers. Mm-hmm. So basically she has her work husband, and then this guy is completely fine with it. And then he does his own things on the side. And then sometimes he wants to bring the side piece in, and then he has like a 3-way with her. So.
Look, man, conversations be a lot different.
I don't know how to go about life anymore. Like, it just changes your whole concept of one and one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I see it. But I'm not knocking it. I just find it interesting about the love factor. Like, yeah, you could bring anybody in a relationship. That's all on you. But I just feel like the focus is really heavy on one direction. So
what do you mean?
Look at Will. He said it himself that.
I literally can't hear.
So it's cheaper to keep her than have a divorce.
So pretty much Will
I'm
had
just trying to
stated.
listen. It's hard too with the AC and other stuff.
Was
That's
it?
okay.
Was it? Will apparently he rather be in the marriage with the person and do his thing, and she the same, than be in a divorce, because he doesn't believe in divorce. So because you don't believe it, that means you gotta do what you gotta do. But like, I feel like, so you just live in a house as a roommate, a married roommate.
Well, I mean, if you look at them, their interactions, like,
No, he's
How long have they been together?
Since the
Anyone knows?
90s, right? Yeah, since the 90s.
I don't know.
No, he's like head over heels, but like you have another woman on the side. I didn't even know he travels with the other woman. That was news to me. I didn't really try to investigate anyway because I didn't want to think about it. But
look, when y'all have as much money,
you think money is it?
Yeah, no. But this is the base. We got to start. You have to start there. I think you need to start.
Oh, really? Both of them? Scientology?
I think you got to start there because, first of all, they can get anyone, both of them, whenever they want.
You think so?
Yes. Will Smith can get any female in the world he wants.
Okay. And then there's Jada.
And Jada can get any male.
Well, they got to fight me. See, August got a head start, so.
Got a head start.
I got a head start.
So there's that. And then it's just like, I mean, I get what you were saying because it's like, okay, you start questioning about the love and shit.
Well, clearly that shit's out the window.
I mean, but what if you really rock with someone for so long?
So there's an expiration date on love? That's what you're saying?
Not in everybody, maybe in their situation. You know, people change.
Each other, but they're not like in love.
Yeah, see, people change every like 7 years. You know, they say, or even quicker than that. And it's like, they've been together so long that it's like maybe they were really heavy in love and then they grew. Like, we all have friends. You have friends where like they were different people 7 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like your relationship with them changes. I think it's kind of the same thing can go with your man and your husband. And it depends on how like together you guys really are in your personal growths. You know what I'm saying? So who knows how they were both being developed personally, independently, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? To where they might have grew apart. But at the same time, you have all that time with you. You still love that person. So it's like, why get a divorce? Because I still love this person. But they're still just, they're becoming more independent than they are becoming whole.
Isn't that the whole point of being married? Or maybe I got that part wrong.
No, you're right. It should. But in there, I'm just talking about their situation.
Yeah, it's just at that to me. So I feel like we're kind of looking at them as a fucking idealistic marriage. Like,
but who thought? Why?
I don't have no celebrity people. They see celebrities like, oh, look at them, they're unified and blah blah. They look for like a perfect like idol for like what their relation. Because maybe if they didn't have a parents that had that kind of relationship like Jada and Will and blah blah. Because you always hear about it, but it's just like they put that at a pinnacle so high that like that becomes like this standard on how it should be. Now people are questioning like, well, if they think it's okay, then maybe blah blah. Maybe I could try that too.
But that just stems with the deeper issue is that at the end of the day, most of these celebrities, unless they're very transparent, you'll never know what the fuck they're going through.
We don't know what they're into.
Know what they're into or what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, and go back to the money. I think you could be into anything you want when you have that money. When you're at that money, you could be into what you really want to be into. So if they really both want to just be swingers, and they could. It doesn't always fall back down to that, but. Tay, what about you, man? What do you think of that?
I think that when it comes down to that, shit, it takes a lot of trust when it comes down to that shit. I don't think there's a love there's an expiration date on love. I just think that after a while, for them being together for so long, maybe they were just like, okay, they need to figure out a way to kind of spice up their relationship. Sometimes shit like that makes the other person more attracted to one another. That's my thoughts on it. Me personally, I have mixed feelings on it. Like I could do it, but under certain circumstances, I could do it. Because I know how I am. I can get jealous. So me personally, I can't do that shit. Because I think when it comes to my female being with another male, I'm like, okay, no, I'm not with the shit. But some other guys, I think it depends on, like he said, Will Smith can have any female he wants, and he has a ton of money. So I think like shit like that plays a factor, because I don't think any just average Joe could kind of do it unless they're pretty.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna say well off, but I feel like if they're like they got some type of stability, more well off than others, they're able to. They know like, okay, well, I can get anyone when I want. I can go do whatever the hell I want. I can go travel or whatever, and it's a little bit easier to kind of get your mind off of it. But I think like a guy like me, where I don't have a whole bunch of money and shit like that, so I feel like my woman's sleeping with another man. I'm like, all right, so maybe there's something that he has that I don't. That's the way I would think.
Yeah.
You just made a great point, Tay. And I didn't even realize what you mentioned. Like you have money, there's less worries, and you just kind of more chill, do whatever and whatnot.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
Exactly.
if you're someone that doesn't make that much, anything that like you hold things a little closer than most. You're not like throwing shit away. You know what I'm saying? Like a person who makes money all the time, like we're talking big money, and they get a Lambo and the shit crashes. How often they're like, oh shit, I'll just get another one. But a person that never got a Lambo in their life or was given a Lambo and they don't make as much money to even sustain the Lambo, and they're gonna treat that a little differently. They're gonna clean it often. They're gonna make sure they only bring it out like maybe once a year or something like that. They treat it differently. So is that how we treat our relationships? Meaning the more money you get, the less value you have?
Not everybody,
but
I think it just goes into individual mind states, and also time with each other, and also I think everybody's what's the word I'm looking for, like, all right, so I believe that even when people are married, right, and you're married in a good healthy relationship, right, I think everyone always, just by natural and just by science, you're still like, you see a female and you be like, okay, she looks good. Or a girl will see a guy, okay, he looks good, right? Obviously, that's turned off and that's like capped, because you're like, oh no, I have a wife, I love her, we're together, right? And I think for certain people, they can, depending on if they want to explore those other options when they're still with each other, is depending on how it's gonna go. Because if at the end of the day, like, yo, let's just say y'all are married and y'all plan to be with each other for the rest of your lives. I guess sometimes some people have the question and the conversation of like this is gonna sound nuts, but like, are you, like, for females, are you gonna be the one dick I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life?
Possibly.
Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And people like to hide the fact that we are like sexual creatures. And we like sex, and like I said, we think other people are attractive.
Some people, they get into a relationship and they be like, oh, I have you, so I don't really have to have sex with you that as often.
Well, and
that's like, holy shit, that's a real thing, man. No, that's a real thing.
But that's a little different of a topic, but it's just that like they'll like you have to know, and sometimes people don't think about that too. And I think sometimes people fuck up and they marry someone and they don't realize, like, this is going to be the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life until I'm fucking old and gray. Not just for 5 years, whatever. So
that's the last thing on their mind.
Usually, yeah.
That's the last thing. They're like, oh, you're my best friend, I'm going to get married with you, and then that's it. Like, once you made it to that level and whatnot, you're not thinking about, like, oh my God. If that's the first thing that comes to mind, then you shouldn't be getting married, honestly.
No, you're right.
Like, it shouldn't even be a thought, but I get it. No one does think about it, but no one really should be thinking about it. But they should be thinking about it, but not really.
I think you have to think about the fact of that, if temptations came my way, would I love this person so much to just say fuck the temptation?
I think they should do a test every year.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they should like put people, like couples, in a relationship, like in a really hot predicament, and it makes or breaks. It saves time instead of spending 20 years.
Yeah, but with those temptations, right? I think as you go up that ladder of that, like we were just talking about what you mentioned, Tay, of like, I'm Will Smith, I get any person I want.
Yeah, because he feels wanted.
But I'm saying then I think you start to, like, at least them as a couple, they started unlocking those boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you normally, like, the typical relationship, obviously you just lock those boxes. Like, that's it. It's just me and you. We can never let ourselves out of that. We're with each other, only us, forever and ever. Right? I think, at least in Will Smith's situation, is like they're at a combination of they've been together so fucking long. They have the money, the power, all that. That now they're like, yo, you can go and do your little fun. But guess what, bitch? You come over back to me. You mine. Like one of those. Like you're my wife. Like we here together for our life. Go have your fun. We've been together for 20 years. You've been fucking the same dude. I get it. Go have fun a little bit. Because sometimes, too, I think people sometimes make sex and shit such a big deal.
Is it not?
When sometimes not to everybody. Sometimes some to others.
I
people.
think.
It depends on the love.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I feel like. Hold on. Let me adjust my headphones. I feel like we have to define what love means to each individual couple. And I think that maybe we have to start there because love can look very different to some people, right? Like, I'll give you an example. I talk when you're with somebody, right? And you think that you're going to be with them for a long time, the conversation starts to change, right? You start to have certain conversations about, well, what happens when I die? What's going to happen to me? You know what I'm saying? You start talking about those things. You start talking about life insurance and savings and things like that. And what Joe was talking about earlier, being that they're not just anybody. They got a lot of money. Beyond their marriage in the significant sense that it's for love, we also have to understand the legalities of marriage, right? And all of that marriage entails in that sense. These people got so much money tied into their marriage. Getting a divorce at this point it probably wouldn't even be worth it.
Yeah, you're right.
And then we have to look at the individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it reasonable to look at your partner that you're going to say, hey, this is my life partner, right? We're making this long-term, thing together. We're jumping into this and, I hope to be your life partner, whatever. What happens when you put this responsibility of making that partner fulfill all your needs? And is that reasonable to do that? Right? And I think this is why, we have friends and we have family and we have all these different types of love. And they fulfill our needs in different ways. You know what I'm saying? And whatever that relationship was, whether it was a sexual relationship or just a real intimate friendship or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, something happened there, and it seems that August had a situation where he still felt love for this family. You got to think, what does that say about that particular family? Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It is complicated, and it does come down to that. I think this is why regular people, like I'm saying, like, you live a regular life, a 9 to 5, like, you're not thinking about letting your partner have a relationship or a sexual relationship with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's not the average person, but polyamory is a thing, and a lot of people find that very valuable in having those kind of relationships. I don't know. I feel like in order to understand it, I've experienced it, but I wouldn't want to continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? But who knows what my thoughts might be in 10 years? Like what Joe was saying before, people do change. So I think on the individual level, we have to consider that you're looking at two individuals with needs that are tied to their individuality and needs that are tied to their togetherness. And those are two separate things.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Because you're right. Because they are together as a couple, but then they're still two individual people that have different wants and needs.
And I think we have to think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like in reality, like really, really think. When you're in your 60s, it sounds like a silly question, but what kind of sex are you going to be having?
You said in your 60s?
It's when you're in your 60s and you're in your 70s. It's not going to be the same that you were having when you were in your 20s, right? And in your 30s. You know different things. You perceive the world differently.
At 60, I'm going to be looking for the Viagra pills that make me still feel like I'm fucking 30. I don't know, Nat.
Yeah. So I think as you get older, especially in a life partnership, you start to consider different things. You understand what I'm saying? So,
maybe they're at that point, you're saying?
Very possible.
They didn't need to spice it up. They said, let's throw some more people in this. Let's see how far we can go. Let's add on. Let's keep this up. I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
I mean, as long as it's all consensual, I mean, it is what it is. Do what grown adults do.
I mean, people are gonna do it anyway, so.
I think the people that are putting them on a pedestal, though, for the ideal version of a relationship are sadly mistaken, because I think they're failing to see that there are many ways to have fulfilling relationships. And that has to be dependent on the individual that needs that relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? Adults might find marriage fulfilling, adults. The teenagers aren't thinking that way. No. You know what I'm saying?
There's actually less people, like young people, is like a survey where they're not really interested in getting married. Like, not the least bit.
If I got married right now, right? I love June to death, and I believe that he's going to be my life partner. But if I got married right now, I would lose my health benefits. Yep. Do you get what I'm saying? And for some people, for instance, and over the course of, especially coming back to work, I've heard just different stories and just having conversations with people. And on two separate occasions, two separate people that didn't know each other had told me about incidents of somebody they knew getting married over the pandemic because they lost their health insurance. So I think we have to consider what love is to these people, and what being in a partnership is, and what being in a relationship is, and how that looks for individuals versus how we would ideally want it to look, right? It's like, what is it actually versus what is our ideal situation,
And everybody's different. Everyone's going to have, they could be really happy right now.
Exactly. And there's people that are in happy monogamous relationships that are like, I don't even think about having sex with anyone else. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Beyond whatever regular people porn looks like. I mean,
I don't even know what that looks like anymore.
That's why I call it regular people porn.
Zane Studios 2.0.
Beyond that, I mean, there's people that are perfectly happy in a monogamous relationship and happy fulfilling those needs to each other, and happy saying, hey, I'm looking at you and you're looking at me, we're going to fulfill each other's needs happily ever after. You know what I'm saying? And I think just love as time goes on evolves. And, it takes on different forms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Especially as time goes on. I think everyone starts noticing that once you're with someone for a little while and you start to see the differences and how people change. What is all y'all longest relationship? Zane, what's yours?
Probably 2.5.
2.5?
Because it was like stale at the last 6 or 7 months. I knew it was going downhill. I felt like I was married at this point.
You knew the expiration date.
Yeah. Well, she was saying it subliminally. She was saying some dumb shit. She was saying oh, for your next girlfriend, if someone says I'm cold, then you got to give me your jacket. And I'm looking at her yo, just say you don't want to be in this relationship. Holy shit! It was so bad.
So 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
And you weren't living with them.
No, I wasn't living with them. I'm glad.
Tay, what about you?
My longest for 7 years, and I was living with them.
Damn.
Yeah, were you living with her the whole time or no?
Yes. I say for about a good 6.5 years I was living with them. Mm-hmm. Not the whole 7, but I mean, might as well 6.5 years. Might as well 7 years I was living with them.
Okay, hold that note, Tay. I'm gonna get back to you. Nat, okay. What about you?
Huh?
Nat,
me?
Longest relationship.
Ongoing.
Yeah. What do you say?
I said ongoing.
Yeah, ongoing. Yeah. No, I mean, we've been together for 7 years now. Just like Tay. I was gonna say, yeah, me too, Tay.
Oh shit.
But yeah, 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Which is super cool. But so much has changed, right? I'm not the same person that he met all those years ago, but there's certain aspects of myself that are the same, right? Maybe my sense of humor, maybe, and it's pretty awesome to see somebody grow, right? It's pretty cool to look at this person and be like, damn, that's actually my friend and that's my partner and that's this and that to me,
Yeah.
And I love it. I think it's, especially raising a family together, you know what I'm saying? That takes on a whole nother layer. And, there's different decisions that get made with that versus being two single people just being together. You know what I'm saying? And it's lovely. I like it. I never thought I would be a part of a family or have my own particular family, you know? Like, and I have it now, and it's crazy to think what life would be like without it. I'm a sucker for wholesome relationships, guys.
That's super powerful. I gave you a gunshot and an air horn. Yo, that's super powerful, yo. And you guys are inspiring too. Like, you guys are that power couple for us over here. You know what I'm saying?
Aww.
But even in that 7 years, like you said, like y'all developed. You know what I'm saying? And like, and even with the kid thing, that was such a good point too, because sometimes kids make people different. They're either better for worse, or sometimes people are just a really good father or a really good mother, you know? And that could bring out so many different things. Or it can go the other way. Sometimes people could be great, but then they'd be a horrible mother.
Yeah, they want it, but then they like,
and then you like, ooh, I don't know if this is the person I want to be with. You know what I'm saying? It could go all different ways, but that was such a good point that you just made. And Tay, with y'all, I know y'all, obviously you're not with them anymore. So obviously they had to change, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because it's like, you know, when you're in those lengthy relationships, it's like, damn, like, you know, people really do develop. People really do change. Sometimes, you know, for the good, sometimes really for the bad. So, you know, just imagine tripling that, doing 30 years, 20 years, you know? So it's like, sometimes you can't really not, you know, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. And Tay.
Yeah, and I agree. I think, like, personally, when it came to that, I think more so I changed more so than them. And I think, like, it depends on the type of relationship you're in, if it's a healthy relationship or not. That also plays a really big factor on it. If it's because sometimes when people are in an unhealthy relationship, I think people just are used to that person that they've been with for so long. So they're kind of scared to go out and try something new.
Yeah.
And I think that's what holds a lot of people in toxic relationships. But I think, like, I grew and I was like, you know what? I realized this is something that I don't need. This is not something that I want for the future. And also, when I first got in that relationship, I was 18. Literally just had graduated high school.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, I hadn't had much growing up. I hadn't had much experience being a single male. So I think as I grew up, I'm like, okay, there's a lot of things that I need to do and I need to experience for myself. And I think I realized that I was trapping, I'm not going to say trapping myself, but at the end of the day, I was trapping myself in a relationship where I hadn't really experienced life. And the person that I was with was 4 years older than me already.
Yeah.
So they had time in between to kind of experience life a little versus me, where I'm like fresh out of high school and I jumped right into a relationship. And I'm grateful for it because I learned a lot while being in that relationship, and also taught me a lot for being in the relationship that I am in now. So, you know, that I'm really grateful for. And I just think it takes really a lot of work, a lot of patience to be in a relationship that long. And also, like Nat was saying, when you have a family, that also changes a person's perspective on the relationship also. Because it's not about about the relationship as much as it is about the child. And a person can grow when they have a kid. They grow and they start to view the world different. Especially a male, they're protective of their spouse before, but when they have a child, they know they have a family that they have to protect. So they're a lot more protective. They're a lot more understanding, and they mature a lot faster than, you know, a guy that doesn't have a kid. And all same for a woman. You know, when that's a different bond. You know, women have a different bond with their kids than a man do because they carry them for 9 months or whatever. And when they have a kid, you know, their whole mentality changes. I think their brain changes from the time they get pregnant to the time they have the kid. I think their brain alters and changes in that whole span. And they're a whole different woman than they were when you first met them, when you guys were single. So I think that, like Nat was saying, that plays a really big factor in how strong a relationship can be. And I think if you're with somebody, once you have a kid, that really shows how willing you guys are to work on a relationship. And I don't believe a person should just work on a relationship because they have a kid. Just because they have a kid doesn't mean stay in that relationship. I think if you guys can work together, understand each other, and really learn one another, like you say, you're not going to be the same person every 7 years. Sometimes every couple months, a person may change depending on the circumstances that they're in.
Exactly.
And I think once you realize that, and you realize that you can work through things, you realize that you have a better understanding. I think that's what really makes a relationship prosper. And that's why I think that the Will and Jada thing, because they have two essentially grown kids.
Yes.
They've been together for so long, and they've accomplished so much. So I think it's like to the point where it's like, okay, what next? What else can we do? What more can we do to spice up our relationship to them? Yeah. Maybe it could be a thing for Will, it could be a kick for Will. There are men out here that enjoy watching their women have sex with other men. They enjoy watching it and recording it. It turns them on. It could be a fetish for Will. It could be a fetish for Jada. So we don't really know the background when it comes to this. And there's a whole community of swingers out here. Mm-hmm. And they have, it's a reason why, because I think, like Joe was saying earlier, we're human beings, we are sexually attracted to other people. Depending if we act on it or not, that's up to us if we act on it. But at the end of the day, we're going to be attracted to someone else, whether a male is attracted to another female, male, a male is attracted to another female, a female attracted to a female. That's all up to us if we're going to act on it. And I think with them, where they've been together so long, they can have that conversation and not sit here and I'm not gonna not sit here and be jealous of the other, because they know at the end of the day, like you said, like Nat was saying, hey, you coming home to me, you're gonna be here at night. You can go out with this woman for a week and spend all this money on her, but at the end of the day, I know she's not gonna make you feel the way I feel. And a lot of times, it's not the physical attraction that you first fall in love physically, I believe, but after a while, it becomes the mentality of the next person that keeps you there, and the way they make you feel emotionally. So I don't think relationships is based off just a physical attraction. I don't think their relationship is based off just a physical attraction, because you have to be able to connect with the person mentally to be able to withstand that person for 7 years and understand them and want to learn them and want to learn the things that they like and they don't like. So I think that's why me personally, I couldn't do it, like we was talking about earlier, just because I think maybe after 7 years, I might be, my girl, hey, go do what you want to do. At the end of the day, I know you're in love with me. I know you're going to come home to me. That's who's to say I won't feel that way later on in the future. I just know, like right now, just because it's still early on in a relationship, I say I couldn't do it. And I just think it's just the mentality of that couple and the space that they're in with one another, emotionally and mentally, not just physically.
Yeah,
I agree.
Super valid points, man. And it's all
I think that was like a perfect explanation.
All we needed was just Tay to answer.
Nah. That really concluded it really well too, because he uses all bits and pieces of everything we talked about. I like that.
We gonna have to break his up into section, like introduction, and like segment 1, the intro of the relationship, and then the outro of the relationship.
That was fire, man. Good shit, bro. Zane, you have anything else on that?
Nah, man, just keep it in your pants.
I think we did like our very fucking best. I think we dug deep for this one.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, I like when we dig deep. Pause.
But yeah, it was pretty much something that you have to just kind of sit down with your partner. Like, you can't just go in there expecting like maybe they'll change their mind, maybe they'll be into it like in a few years. You gotta let them know from the jump. Like, hey, in 10 years, I expect to bring another girl in the relationship. So, just a heads up. And if they ain't down for that, then, then you part ways. I don't know what to tell you.
Word. But, yeah, that was dope. That was really, really dope. We got some other topics. We'll hit it next week. What y'all doing with the rest of your nights, with the rest of your weekends? We record this on Friday, people. So, what are y'all doing with y'all weekend?
I don't know. Well, the rest of the night, I'm going to hang out on my couch for a little bit, answer some emails, and then finally maybe rest. and love my husband.
Hey, shout out to June. June, say what up. Where is he?
Shout out to June. You heard? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
June says, shout out to King Frenzy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
But yeah.
Rest in peace,
We're going to
Frenzy.
have a good night. Just chill. Enjoy the rain, hopefully.
Word. Is it still raining outside?
I think so. Also, Hamilton just came out. I never seen it, so I'm gonna see it over the weekend.
You're gonna see that? That's what you're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
And Ozark, we're watching.
Oh yeah, Ozark season 3. We gotta watch that. You know, that's me and Joe and my lady. We started a whole group. We said like a Netflix like a watching night. Where we just binge watching.
Yeah.
Have y'all watched it or no?
Which one?
Ozark.
No.
Oh, you gotta,
Yes, that is my shit, man.
I'm on season 3.
That is my shit.
Damn.
Nat, you gotta get on it.
Ozark.
I'll do a watch party.
All
Right? Isn't there like a way to do that? I'm sure there's a way to do that.
we're up to Tay. Where you at?
I watched both seasons.
What about
Soon as the second season came out, I binge watched it the first day it came out. I was waiting for it to come out.
What about the third? What about the third season?
Third season. No, wait. The third season just came out.
Yeah.
I had watched the first, second, and the third. I binge watched them as soon as it came out. I started watching it. I watched the first 2 seasons. I watched the first season a while after it came out. Second season, I waited for it to come out. I watched it. Then the third season, I was praying for it to come out. Watched it. It's my all-time favorite show on Netflix.
Me and Zane, we're on the third. We're on the third season.
Okay.
So Nat, you gotta catch up, girl.
Yeah, I do.
Not for real.
You know
like,
what? Maybe I'll watch the first episode. Okay. Forgive me. I get corny with shows sometimes. I feel like, damn, is it the same plot line? Let me wait till everybody watches it, and then I'll see what the opinions are.
Oh, yeah,
my
no.
friends.
No, I feel you.
And then
I
I'm
did
gonna
that with
watch
Ozark.
it.
Ozark is like to me, Ozark is like it's on a different level because it's not one of them shows where a lot of teenagers want to watch. When I see a lot of Netflix shows, I'm thinking like, okay, a teenager want to watch that. I don't have the same
gets
interest as a
cheesy.
teenager.
Yeah,
Right.
I want adult.
No, this show from the very first episode. Because, I say watch the first 3 episodes.
First 3,
First episode,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
The first one is like you need to watch it because you need to know what's going on, but you're not gonna get a good judgment of how the show is, honestly, until 3 or 4 episodes.
And then you can't stop.
You won't stop. So that's really how the show is. It takes a couple episodes, but I guarantee you, Nat, after every episode, you're gonna ask yourself, "What am I even watching? Like, what happened here?" Like, I think it's the best show that I've ever seen.
You obviously haven't seen Altered Carbon.
Damn, that's intense.
For me, it's the best show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
All right, have you guys watched the Epstein shit?
Was it? They had a documentary on that.
No, I haven't watched it.
They had a documentary on it. Oh, I didn't.
All right, well, before you watch it, just relax yourself and take a seat. Because I had read the court documents like a year ago in 2019, and I was it was insane to just read it, like, it's coming from the court. Like, bro, like, you're out there with your, human trafficking. And that, once you watch that, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this show? What's life? What's life?"
Oh, like when you watch the Tiger
got so
King.
much money.
Jeez.
That's another show, but I don't think that's a show. I think that's a conversation that shouldn't be on Therapy Without a Degree because I'm not trying to go missing.
Oh, yeah, because I'll give you an answer and you won't see me the next episode because I can't say it. You know that can't say what it really is.
I've heard a lot about that show, and also I heard a lot about the noise that's surrounding it. And it's really intense. I have some really crazy ideas and some thoughts when it comes to that. And especially like all the conspiracy theories that we've heard about regarding the other elites out here. So oh man, that's a tough one. I haven't watched it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, I think we should all catch up. The 3 of us catch because Nat's already seen it. So we're gonna have to catch up and then
I already saw it, but I'll rewatch it again. But I mean, it's a documentary, obviously. But you know, even if you just know a little bit of the backstory about who he is, you know, it provides all of those cases that come from back all the way up until recent, up until he was killed. He didn't commit suicide, guys. Come on, let's stop.
Of course, yeah.
So,
it's crazy that we all the entire world knows,
and we're dog.
Like the whole world. You're like, yo, y'all really thought that shit was gonna work? Like he killed, and then all of a sudden the footage is deleted.
Bill made a phone call. Like, yo.
Exactly. Right. So, I think it isn't. I think it is very timely to watch right now, especially because just yesterday they called his
assistant,
basically his partner, the woman who helped groom these girls, Ghislaine Maxwell, yesterday in New Hampshire. So
yeah, they putting her in the same prison.
Real fucking crazy, real quick.
Wow.
They put her in the same prison that homeboy accidentally, or I guess, killed him. So
that people are writing comments like we're just saying this before it happens, so that
like
we don't believe you. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. What? The Jerry Epstein.
Oh, the girl,
Marsha?
The girl.
I think that's what she's. Is that her name, Marsha? Nat?
What is it?
Marsha?
Marsha? No. It's called the show is called Filthy Rich.
Filthy Rich?
That's the name of the show.
Filthy Rich is what it's called.
Well, we're gonna look into that. We're gonna watch that. Nat, you watch the first 4 episodes of Ozark.
Yes, I'm gonna watch that. It'll be cheery compared to that shit.
It's
nerve-wracking. When it comes to the Jerry Epstein thing, they have his travel logs, so I feel like a lot of shit's about to come out. Travel log as far as who came to his island. So they already have travel logs for that. So be looking out, because I feel like a lot of shit is gonna come out.
Well, here's the thing. I think they're gonna charge people. Like, listen, we have your name on the list, so this is how much it is for it to magically disappear.
$1 billion.
Exactly. You got $1 billion to make this name disappear. All right, cool.
I don't think. Oh man, where this thing is so big, is bigger than what we really think. Is way bigger than what we really think. I feel like certain people, it's really gonna be no getting out of it.
Oh yeah.
I feel like either some people out here may all of a sudden retire.
Well, there's a lot of CEOs that are already retired.
A couple princes might come out and say, you know what, man, I kind of fucked up. I kind of sort of.
I don't even think they'll blame it on the corona. Say what it's for. Yeah, hey, there's a reason. I think in America, in the world, there's a reason for everything.
Hell yeah.
And I think corona is a good way to go ahead and take care of some business.
Exactly. Yeah. They know what they're doing, man.
There you go.
They know. What y'all shouting out for this week? What y'all got? Zane?
But for me,
Tag? No, anybody.
Yeah, man. For us tonight, man, we're gonna actually go out to Buffalo Wild Wings. They close at 2, so I said let's run out there. And for the rest of the week, my weekend, I'm actually going back to Durham tomorrow. I was thinking about traveling to Maryland, but I'm not going to make that drive. Fuck that traffic.
We need you in Jersey.
Weekend, I'm just gonna chill. Might pick up some fireworks while I'm down here, and just chill, kick it at the crib. I was telling Joe I got me a new TV, so
nice.
I might enjoy that.
Nice.
You gotta hook it up to you have, how many HDMIs do you have?
Well, actually, my TV is actually, it's crazy. My TV is actually a big ass monitor, a fucking huge ass monitor. So I had to get a VGA cable.
Oh wow.
So I had to get a VGA cable in order to connect it to my PlayStation HDMI. That's a whole bunch of shit I had to do, and a whole bunch of cords I had to go look for. But now that I got it all hooked up, I'm probably gonna watch. I might watch that documentary, and that way we can have a nice long conversation on it. A nice long Zoom conversation about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much. It's so deep, man. At the core of it, it's a question of privilege and money. At the end of the day.
Yeah, and
With
I
enough
think money rules it all.
Yeah, man. With enough money, you could fucking rule this world for real. He was like fucking Lex Luthor with hair.
Jesus.
No, that's exactly right. Exactly right.
Zane, what do you got? What do you shout out?
Let's see. I'm gonna shout out Joe for getting these dope ass pictures.
Hey,
he got two of my favorite pictures. One was the squid shoot with Heather, and the other one was the serial killer with Kim. So I thought both of them were awesome, and he printed them out like big, like 20 inches by 30.
Word.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all. I'll send it to the chat, and then we gotta put them up a little bit. We're gonna do a couple things. Yeah, I wanted some fresh art up in here, man. And those are fucking sick ass photos. So you already know. Nat, what about yourself?
Well, this is the shout out portion, right?
Yes.
Just want to remind me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you know what? Who I want to give a shout out to? Come on, I have to tell this to everybody. If you didn't get the email, Phil just released a master fucking collection of his photography.
You're a real one.
Like,
Matt.
how could you not have that?
Hey.
I just got my email today saying that it's in progress to printing and it's going to get shipped right to my door. So I can't freaking wait till I have that master collection. So shout out to the homie.
Edition or
I am Zane.
Which
Oh
one?
yeah, that's a collection for real. Like you want to talk about a left a legacy? That's one of them.
I'm about to get one.
That's
right
about
now.
that. You know,
I can't wait.
That's about X amount of years. Like since 2000, I made it from 2015 to 2019. Yeah. So that's like a good. It's really like some of it sneaked in there, but it's a good 5 years of work.
That's fire. Yo.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow.
Legend.
Yeah, you know I had to change that, Joe.
He cock blocked.
Yeah, because last time I had it where you could go through all the pages without buying, and I was wondering why nobody was buying it.
That's too valuable.
Yo,
Yeah,
he didn't even know.
I didn't even know. I thought it was fixed, and then I had to go in there and take care of it.
We were walking one day, and I'm like, bro, you can see the whole thing, right? From like the preview section. He was like, huh? I'm like, yeah, bro, you can see the whole entire thing. He was like, oh, what? I gotta leave right now. He left like that instant. Just ran home.
Yeah, I had to take care of that. They thought they were slick.
Word. So that was that. What am I shouting out for this week? What am I shouting out? I had it at the tip of my tongue. Well, I'm gonna give one little. This is not a real shout. Shout out to Organifi, man. I got some Organifi. Hopefully one day they'll be a potential sponsor because I really, really do fuck with their product. It's an organic green juice, and I was getting nervous that it was gonna be like really, really nasty, but yo, it was good. It was real, real good. So I fucks with it. So that's Organifi. Also, shout out to fucking Miami for not giving me the Corona. That shit was good. You know what I'm saying? I know all y'all were nervous as fuck.
Like, oh,
y'all
shit,
probably had a whole
Joe.
nother group chat like, yo, fuck Joe. We can't go over there no more. Nah, but
Listen, now we really ain't fucking with Joe.
I'm good, man. I got a good immune system, so we out here. Yeah. So shout out to Miami. Things we got coming up. Fuck it. I might as well just ask y'all on here, and then if y'all say no, I'll just edit it out. Y'all down to do a little collab with Matt for like a small 3K?
Wait. Hold on. Repeat. I got lost for a second. 'Cause it cut off.
So Matt was saying about doing like a 3K, like something simple, maybe in the park in Garfield, but we just do like a little flyer saying therapy without a degree and Bulletproof is gonna collab and like a 3K. Meet us at the park, and we just do a 3K.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely do that. You let me know the day. We'll meet up at the park. We'll do something.
And then
that sounds good with me. I'll make some food and all that.
Ooh, that would be fire. That would be good. So we were thinking, because we were on the phone. He called me a little while ago before we started this. He was saying maybe August 1st, maybe.
August 1st?
Yeah, and then
that sounds good. Hold on.
Zane,
That sounds good. That'd be perfect. My birthday is the 3rd, so that'll be my little vacation.
yeah, man, come up, bro.
Shit, yo. Okay.
Zane, what
I'll
you
go ahead
think?
and put those dates
Oh, you know,
Yep,
I'm definitely.
I have one tattoo that day, but I can reschedule it.
That's a fact.
You have
Yep.
you have an appointment? Okay.
I have one appointment, but I'm gonna reschedule it.
You said
so,
August
yes,
1st?
August 1st.
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
Put it in my calendar.
And then what we were talking about was this part. Really, I'll probably edit out. But we were talking about, okay, so then to do a little bit of a bigger one, maybe like here in Lodi, like October 1st. So have this one be like a little teaser, like a preview. And then we could do like a 5K, which 5K isn't 5 miles. 5K is only like 2.5 or something, because it's kilometers. It's not miles. And then maybe like, have people donate. Nat, you might know a good organization that we could donate to. I was thinking there's a food pantry that's here in Lodi. This guy's been starting up, and he's been feeding a lot of people in town. He's been doing it all out of his own pocket, and then everyone that's, other people that have been donating towards him. So, whatever we can, sit down and figure out who we want to have donations go towards. Maybe we could do like a, in-town Lodi type of thing. Like even try to get the town involved, promote it heavy on the Lodi site, and maybe say, hey, we're going to do a 5K, and then, whatever money you guys, like if they say they have to pay like $5 minimum donation, and it goes right towards whatever fund we choose.
Yeah, I think that's actually a great idea. I think that's a good way to raise money, especially
the run.
Is what?
You said attached to the running, or is that a different event?
No, it's like the same thing, but it's just a different, like a second one, like a bigger one. October, because the August 1st one will be a little hot. It's summertime, whatever, and then also it's kind of like a teaser. But then October 1st, weather's nice, people go out, and then do that as like a bigger style one, like promote that heavier. And try to do it to where we, position it as like a donation towards whatever, fund you guys, whatever we feel. I mean, like I said, Nat, you would probably know where, is the safest place to have a donation go towards, or the food pantry, or even both,
All right.
What do y'all think of that?
Yeah. We could definitely do that. I think we just once we organize it and just figure out like you said what organizations it's going to go to, everything else is going to be easy because we've done something like this before.
We have, like, even this, just like a walk, nothing crazy. Matt said, that he'll put some money in to get some shirts and some water bottles and stuff, and just to kind of get people out, do something different, help, like I said, towards the community. Matt wants to, he was really wanting to do the 5K and have it donate towards somewhere, and I was like, we definitely probably can collab with him and make some shit happen.
Word.
So, word. I'll let him know. I told him I got to talk to y'all first, so I'll talk to him and we make it happen.
Word up.
And maybe Tay maybe we'll get you for August and October up here. Let's fucking
man. I know I can definitely do August, but shit. If we're planning it now, October 1st wouldn't be bad for me either.
Yeah, I gotta look at the October date.
So far in advance.
Yeah, it's like matter. I gotta look at the actual October. I know the first one's definitely August 1st, and then October maybe maybe September 31st.
Maybe the 3rd, or maybe the 3rd, because that's a Saturday.
The 3rd is
wait, that's my mom's birthday, so maybe. I mean, maybe it could be any Saturday in October.
Something around those lines, you know what I mean? We'll talk about it in the chat. But all right, so now we'll get back. I'm gonna cut that out. And I think that's a wrap, y'all. I think that covers it. We did our shout outs. What we got going on is pretty much just that. What y'all heard is maybe that, in Garfield would do a little 3K or something like that at the park. Anything else we got going on? Zane, you got anything going on? You got an issue coming out soon?
Nah, that's still pending.
Still pending. Nat, you're tattooing, you back, right? Appointments back are open?
Yeah, we're open, but by appointment only right now. I'm currently booked into August, so
Beast.
I don't have anything until August. But that's a good thing. Yay, right?
Yes.
So.
And you're gonna be tattooing Anthony. That's what's up.
Yes.
That's what's up. I had I don't know if I wrote you in my head. Like y'all ever write someone in your head? Like you send a message to somebody in your head, but you don't know if you actually write it. So I don't know if I actually said it to you, Nat, or if I didn't, if it was just in my head. But the shop is gonna give you the gift card.
Yeah, okay, so she gave it to me, and I was like, okay, wait, hold on. What is going on? So she was like, yeah, Joe just said to just give it to you. So I have it in my room, but I still have to get it. Like, I still have to give it to Anthony because it has to be in his possession to make the, it's weird. I don't know. It's weird. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, no, I'll pick it up from you if anything.
Excited.
I didn't know it had to be all like professional.
No, it's all good, man. I got you.
Because I was just like, well, if it's going to you, I was like,
no, I know.
Like,
that's why, like, my manager was like, yeah, okay, no problem, whatever. And she just gave it to me, and I was like, so I left, and I called her back, and I said, hey, so what happens when he makes the appointment? Do I just give this to you, and like, you just take it out of here or something like that? And she's like, yeah, I mean, I guess so. So I was like, okay, that's what I'll do.
All right, word.
You know?
Good shit, yo. Anthony's gonna get his tat. But other than that, Tay, you got anything coming up that the people need to know about?
No, not for me. No, I don't have anything coming up yet right now.
Dope. Tay, what about you?
Nah, as of right now, don't have anything coming up, but people stay tuned because Totally You Fitness, the gym where we just had our last virtual workout. So we got some new plans. We're about to try to switch it up and try to do something different. So just stay tuned with that.
All right, good shit, man. Good shit. Can't wait to see what y'all got working. It's been real, people. Chapter 160. We rocking, we rolling. It's been fun, y'all. I love y'all. Be safe.
Peace.
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 Peace.